Aloha, I'm Kiana Cayabyab, and you're watching Star News Live. Here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. After nearly 170 years in business, a locally owned bakery is closing its doors. Today is the last day for Love's Bakery in Hawaii. Over 200 jobs will be lost when the bakery closes by the end of today. Early this morning, customers were lined up at the bakery's headquarters on Middle Street. Customers bought loaves of bread and bid aloha to bakery employees. Love's announced its closing plans on March 1st. The company says it had lost more than 20% of its revenue last year when sales dried up from hotels, restaurants, and other outlets dependent on tourism. Although the local bakery is closing, you'll still see the brand on store shelves. Portland-based Franz Family Bakery on Monday announced it acquired a license to produce the bread and other bakery items on the mainland under the Love's name. The company plans to sell the products in Hawaii and on the mainland. A two-story house fire in Kalihi that happened Monday has caused over $1 million in damage. That's according to the latest estimate from the Honolulu Fire Department. The blaze spread to two neighboring homes and a truck on Winants Avenue. The residents of all three homes evacuated safely, but 30 people were displaced. No injuries were reported. Firefighters responded at 11:41 in the morning and extinguished the blaze shortly after 1 in the afternoon. The American Red Cross is currently assisting the displaced residents, and HFD says they are still investigating the cause of the fire. Hawaii health officials today reported 100 new coronavirus cases. One coronavirus-related death was recorded today on Oahu, and so far 463 people have died statewide. The state's total number of cases since the start of the pandemic now stands at 29,681. Oahu saw 42 new infections, 30 on Maui, 16 on the Big Island, 1 each on Kauai and Lanai, and 10 Hawaii residents were diagnosed outside the state. Hawaii officials say 1,200 COVID cases are considered to be active, and the state saw 25 new active infections. Meanwhile, the state recorded 10 new hospitalizations today. Hawaii County Police have charged a 37-year-old man with manslaughter in connection with the death of his roommate early Monday at a vacation rental in Kailua Kona. Benjamin Fleming of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is scheduled to appear at his arraignment today. His bail is set at $250,000. Early Monday morning, police say 2 men were involved in an argument that turned physical. Police say a 30-year-old man involved in the argument was unresponsive and died at the scene. Police also arrested a 31-year-old man from Boston, Massachusetts on suspicion of manslaughter, and police released him without any charges. State health officials today urged a Maui church to cancel all upcoming event gatherings after a large coronavirus cluster spread to a school and a workplace. Officials did not identify the school or the workplace, and officials say they encouraged King's Cathedral in Kahului to offer virtual services in the meantime. The COVID cluster was first identified on March 7th and has now grown to 50 cases. Health officials are concerned the cases will threaten the greater community on Maui. This news comes after health officials reported rising case counts on Maui and across the state. Maui saw 30 new infections today. Health officials are reminding people to keep wearing masks, social distance, avoid large crowds, and wash their hands regularly. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.